Grab your summer wine, let's talk about crime. I am tomorrow, welcome to Crimey Corner. Crimey Corner.
Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so happy that you're here. I am hoping that you have a wonderful day wherever you are around the world. If you're viewing from wherever, I hope that everybody's all right. I'm not gonna waste any more time. I just want to jump right into this crime story because it's a bit lengthy and it has a lot of parts and it's quite puzzling, and most of all it's very mysterious. Like, I think it's one of the most mysterious cases I've come across since I'm doing these stories. And it's about Akiel Chambers from Trinidad and Tobago. So get comfortable, get your wine, get whatever you need. We're gonna jump right ahead into this mysterious crime story. Akiel Chambers was born on January 4th, 1987 and was living with his aunt Valerie Pascal at Henry Street. Akiel attended Blackman's private school and had friends and socialized well with his peers and schoolmates. So he got invited to a birthday pool party of his classmates Carrie James at her house in the upscale neighborhood of Hayland Park. So on the 23rd of May 1998, his aunt dropped Akiel to Carrie's house and gave him strict instructions that he was not to bathe in the pool. I believe she did this because, she was not going to be there to supervise him. They know that he can't swim. She knows that he knows that. And so I think for just her peace of mind and knowing that, he's safe, she told him not to get into the pool. So there were about 20 to 30 children at the pool and they were having a good time, having fun, enjoying Carrie's birthday. After a long day of fun, eating, swimming, the children began to gather their things as it was approaching 6 o'clock and they were told that the party would be ending at 6. And by this time, parents were now coming to collect back their children. Children were leaving. The parents who were there at the party, they were taking their children, packing their things up and getting ready to leave. So Akiel's aunt, she returned to pick up Akiel from the party. And the children started looking for Akiel. They were looking around the pool, they're looking in the house where they last seen him, in the kitchen, and they're calling out his name. And to their surprise, Akiel is nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. So the police arrived shortly after and they too began looking for Akiel. Their search turned up 0 as well. So the police and Akiel's aunt, they left, and around 11 p.m. the police returned back to the home and they conducted another search around the pool area. But again, Akiel did not show up. The next morning, on May 24th, police arrived back to the home to speak to Carrie's mom. The police then looked at the pool and shouted, "Look, the boy there." He then called out to the 2 officers that were sitting inside of the vehicle and told them that, "We find the boy." The other police officers, they were like in disbelief because we were just searching the pool last night and now he's miraculously found in the pool the next morning. And so they came out the vehicle and they went to look, and the police officer said, "Wait, but this is stupidness because we looked in the pool, he was not in the pool. How did Akiel end up in the pool the next morning when everybody was searching for him around the pool area that night before?" Akiel's body was in a crouched position wearing a red swim trunks, and the autopsy revealed that Akiel was smothered to death and that he was sexually assaulted over a long period of time. But the sexual assault was not directly linked to the main cause of his death. The police investigated and they questioned as much persons as possible who were present at the party, both children and adults. And based on what the eyewitnesses recounted, we can only make conclusions as to what we think might have happened to Akiel. Now, rightly so, the investigators started interviewing persons from within the home and they worked their way out. So they started the interview by first talking to the owners of the home and the host of the party, Charles and Annelo James, along with their daughter, Carrie. Carrie stated that she asked Akiel if he was going to bathe in the pool, and Akiel told her that he was not allowed to bathe in the pool because his aunt did not give him permission to bathe in the pool, and furthermore, he could not swim, so he was not going to get into the pool. She insisted that at no point during her party she saw Akiel in the pool, and she was very certain of this. She stated that the last time she saw him, they were in the kitchen eating barbecue, and around 5:30, her mother told all the children who were in the pool to come out of the pool to gather around because it was time to sing happy birthday to Carrie. And so all the children came out of the pool around 5:30. They sang happy birthday, and then the party was about to be finished by that time, so they started to gather their things. She stated that it was at this point Akiel's aunt came to get him, and then they realized that Akiel was missing. She also stated to the coroner that she went to bed around 9, but shortly after that she was awakened by her mother and a police officer, and she said that the police officer went to the pool with a stick and he dragged the stick in the pool to see if anything would be found in the pool. He was looking for Akiel. The following morning, Carrie and her friends went to the pool and they were swimming and having a good time in the pool. At around 9 a.m., her mother called out to her and told her that breakfast was ready, so they need to come out of the pool, get into the kitchen so that they could eat breakfast. After she got out of the pool, she said that her mom went back to the pool and began pouring chlorine into the pool. I find it very strange that as a mom, you have your child and you had a party, an incident just occurred around the pool area, and the next morning you allow your child to go and play in that very exact area where something just happened and you have no idea what just happened to another child. I find that to be very strange. I don't know about you, but I think that's very strange. Right after her mom finished pouring the chlorine into the pool, the police arrived back at their home. He went to the pool area, and there is when he shouted out, "Akiel is here, he's in the pool, the boy's in the pool, we found the boy." Other persons who were at the pool party, they stated that they did not see Akiel in the pool except for one of Akiel's classmates, and well, he says that he considered himself Akiel's best friend. He told the coroner that he saw Akiel entering the pool wearing a red and white swim trunks. He stated that he did not see him during the sticking of the cake, but he came out of the pool, leaving Akiel and some other friends behind. And that was the last time he saw Akiel. So it seems as though Akiel ended up in the pool. But if he was forbidden by his aunt to get into the pool, that would mean that his aunt did not give him any swimming wear to change over into to get in the pool, because she did not expect him to get into the pool. Where did he get the swim trunks from to go into the pool? Well, according to statements given by Patrick Young, he, like many others, recalls seeing Akiel looking very disappointed and sad because he was not able to swim. He stated that after sticking the cake, around 5, some children went back into the pool. But shortly after this, he told his son to come out of the pool as they were about to leave. While his son was changing his clothes, Akiel approached him and asked to borrow his trunks. He stated that Akiel took the trunks and he walked across the pool to the changing area. Mr. Young left with his son. And then around 6:30, after he was home, he got a call from Mrs. James asking if Akiel was with him, and that they could not find Akiel anywhere. So it would seem as though Akiel did get into the water. And remember, at this time, everybody is busy. Nobody is looking at anybody at the pool area. Nobody is looking at anybody at the changing area. Everybody is gathering their things. All the adults are taking their children. Some persons probably had already gone by this time. And so nobody was paying attention to what is going on. So it was a perfect opportunity for somebody to snatch a little boy that seemed to be wandering around a party. An anonymous witness came forward and she claimed that she witnessed something very strange taking place at the party. She recalls that while there at the party, she observed a guest and the guest was showing particular interest in Akiel. She remembers seeing him following Akiel to the bathroom and other places. She states that this same person was seen searching for Akiel when the aunt came and he was nowhere to be found. Another anonymous person claimed that a particular man showed very keen interest in Akiel and he followed Akiel to the bathroom. So this is coinciding with another witness's account. And later that day, the man offered Akiel a fruit punch with a tablet fizzing in the glass. Akiel, he's unaware of this and he drank the drink. After this, Akiel, he was hesitant to go into the house, but he did go into the house after the man insisted that he come into the house. And that was the last time Akiel was seen alive. Now, okay, 2 persons at the party witnessed this event, but why no one said anything? Why didn't they stop Akiel from going into the house? Why did they not take the drink from Akiel if they saw something fizzing at the top like he was being drugged? Out of all the persons interviewed who were there at the party, the one that I find most interesting is from the one person that was not present at the party. As a matter of fact, he did not even know that there was a party happening at his home. Furthermore, he was unaware that some little boy went missing and that police were at his home, and he did not find out that Akiel went missing until Sunday afternoon. Also, during his interview, he stated something that was also very interesting to me. He stated that his wife was a very smart woman and that someone, including his wife, knew something but was not talking. He also added that there was no need for her to put any chlorine in the water at the time that she did. That's also a very interesting statement. I found a lot of statements from persons who were at the party, both children and adults, but you know who I did not find a statement from? Mrs. James. But during my research, I found claims by a man called Robert Sabga, and in 1997, he was the chairman of the task force appointed to review operations of children's homes and institutions. He claimed that persons in high-ranking positions are members of a pedophile ring. Remember that this party, again, was in an upscale neighborhood, so you could just imagine the type of people that were there. But let me know what are your questions and your thoughts about this case. Let me know. We could discuss them below. Do you think that Mrs. James, do you think that she had anything to do with Akiel's disappearance and murder? Do you think that he was in the house all this time, somewhere around the area, and no one knew where he was? Do you think that the police officers had anything to do with his death and they knew what was going on and was just simply covering up? Why did the police officer come out of the Jeep and left the other 2 in the Jeep and then he sent them away? He went into the house when the body was found. Why didn't he stick around with another police officer and said, okay, come on, we found the body, let's stick around, let's collect some evidence, let's secure the area? Instead, he sent the other 2 police officers away and he stayed, went into the house with Mrs. James. I find that to be very strange as well. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. We can have a discussion down there. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.